Welcome back, everyone. Let's see what's new with the layout for February 2019. The new build is finally underway and the first pieces of Cork Roadbed have been installed. Using MidWest Cork, the first pieces were cut and glued in place, extending the existing layout, starting with the curve and angled straight into the double slip, completing the Y design. The main line through the roundhouse table was also started. Prior to installing the roadbed, each piece of cork was properly measured and cut and glued in place using no more nails from LePage. The glue was applied to the bottom of each piece using a brush. To secure each piece of cork, especially on curved sections, thumbtacks were tapped into place to keep everything secure while drying. One thing to be sure of was not to compress the thumbtacks into the cork, assuring the tops remain smooth without any depressions or divots. To anyone at a similar stage on their layout, I recommend checking out a fantastic video made by COBO In HO. Head-to-head glue versus caulking Cork Roadbed to plywood. I'll drop the link to that video in the description below. It's a perfect overview to watch before making your choice on how you'd like to apply Cork Roadbed to a new layout. Here's a full view of the progress showing the mainline installation. Once the glue had set and properly cured, the cork edges were trimmed and the tops lightly sanded. The King Street Shed Spur roadbed was installed next, in parallel with the mainline. CN inspection crews also paid a little visit to the site, ensuring everything was in order. I've been tediously following my design, making sure all measurements and dimensions are proper. So far the build has been extremely accurate. The main yard, King Street shed lines, and Redpath spur will be installed next. I finally picked up a pack of slow-motion tortoise switch machines as well, fulfilling the 6 required for inside the isolated reversing block. And a full selection of turnouts were also scratched off the list, with Microengineering's ladder system for the main yard, Pico for the main, and a few Walther's Shinohara turnouts for the King Street shed line. The roundhouse has become a big project. Extensive planning has been the name of the game. Retrofitting a new extension onto the existing building has been challenging, but so far I've been excited with the results. The original 20-year-old structure will remain and is in perfect condition. The 3 bays to the right are completely redone, with new parts from Helgen. I started airbrushing and freshening up old paint chips and glue marks. Keeping in mind the roof panels over these 3 bays will be detachable. The details inside will be visible. This particular roundhouse kit had elevated frames around each track, so I needed to come up with something that would look a little bit more realistic when locomotives rolled up to get serviced. The black plastic frames weren't very appealing, so I created wood deck flooring to cover up the unsightly sections. The wood decks make perfect platforms. Notches were cut into the balsa wood, and they'll also be stained with grime and oils, giving the appearance of aged floorboards. These wood decks still need to be glued in place, but I'm happy with how it's turning out. Each bay will also have new lights and a variety of interior details. So the main focus over the next month will be completing the Cork Roadbed for the yards and spurs and trying to build up the roundhouse as much as possible. Always interested to read your comments on the build, and don't forget to subscribe for the very latest. Be sure to check out Etobicoke Central Railways on Instagram for daily updates. See you next time.